Oh, well, she was somebody who in the People's Party had little experience politically, and some of the people in her own party, even a couple of years ago, dismissed her and said that she wasn't up to the job. But 2 years later, she's represented as the sitting president, and tonight most of the votes have been counted, and she has more than doubled her number of seats to come in at 65. She's just about 4 seats short of the absolute majority. She's somebody who's been able to do for the People's Party what other leaders in different regions and Pablo Casado, the main leader of the party, haven't been able to do. And so tonight she is a heroine of the People's Party. And Pablo Casado, the leader of the Conservatives, stood next to her and said that this is the start of the move across Spain. She is very much the woman of the moment, even if the socialist spokesman reacting to that said he'd like to point out that this is just a regional election. But she's made Pedro Sanchez, the socialist prime minister, her target in this election campaign, and it seems to have paid off for her, Mark, very much going head to head with the Prime Minister, constantly saying that Spaniards and Madrileños wanted freedom. COVID-19, you mentioned that, certainly a lot of COVID-19 fatigue, and she said that she would try to keep as many of the services in Madrid, including the restaurants and bars, open throughout the pandemic to avoid the fallout to jobs and the local economy. And that seems to have paid off for her tonight.
Indeed, it's a tack that can be risky, but like you say, it appears to have paid off. Is that the reason why she's getting so many votes, do you think? Her reaction to the pandemic, her handling of the pandemic?
It certainly seems to be one of the reasons, because you can see tonight that, for instance, the Liberal Coalition Party that was governing with Isabel Díaz Ayuso, that has disappeared. They had 26 seats. They have gone. The Socialists have lost about 13 seats. And that suggests that some of those voters have decided to vote for the People's Party. And some of the voters going to the polls today did say to me they were going to vote for the Conservatives for the first time in their lives. It seems as if Isabel Díaz Ayuso has brought people into the Conservative Party that would never really have felt that that was their natural home. So the pandemic, one issue. She seems to be a popular figure. She talked about the Madrid way of life. She said she was mocked by some on the left for some of her comments during the campaign. At one point, she said you could go out with a boyfriend, split up with them, and in Madrid, you'd never have to see them again.